Look, I've been eating healthy for a long time, and if a doctor told me, if I developed cancer or something else, where could my faith be? I mean, I've been doing this. I've been doing all I can do. Would I listen to the doctor? Well, I don't know. Hello, everybody. This is Paul Neeson with the Raw Life Health Show. And last week, I put on my show a whole bunch of videos by a fellow named Chris Wark about cancer and how he handled it and what he would do different and what he recommends. He's researched this subject a lot, and there are other people as well who have had amazing stories of recovery by eating a raw food diet and changing their lifestyle to a healthy lifestyle, and have either overcome, avoided, or helped their situation in terms of cancer and all other diseases. But it's easier said than done. I understand that the doctors today are trained in emotional psychology. They're trained in dealing with people's emotions and making people feel a certain way. They also have a robotic response of knowing when somebody's dying exactly immediately. Something comes on and they know, well, this is what I got to say to this person and this is how I got to say it for them to listen to me. So if somebody's coming into a doctor and a doctor truly believes, look, you need to get surgery and chemo right away or you're not going to live, they can say it in such a sincere way, and when a person on the other side of it, they're told they're going to die. Look, I don't care how much somebody knows about raw food or how many knows about health. When you're told you have 6 months to live, it's very difficult to have faith in what you were doing. Now, the Chris Wark, the fellow I had on the show last week, he wasn't in that situation. He didn't know anything about health. So he let the doctors do the surgery, but then he found out and he didn't do the chemo. But when you already know that and you're healthy and then something happens, look, I've been eating healthy for a long time. And, if a doctor told me, if I developed cancer or something else, where could my faith be? I mean, I've been doing this. I've been doing all I can do. Would I listen to the doctor? Well, I don't know, but let me give you two stories here. I know one lady who had some bad stomach pains, and they were pretty bad, so she went to Hippocrates Health Institute, a place I recommend, a wonderful place for healing people with raw foods. She did it, it didn't get better. She ate the raw food diet, and a real good raw food diet, the way she's supposed to, and her stomach wasn't getting better. So then she went to a doctor. She got a diagnosis of a cancer tumor. She did the surgery and chemotherapy, and actually she got well again, and she did raw foods in combination with all this, and she's okay today. So the raw food actually didn't get rid of her cancer before she even knew it. So it's not a panacea. I want to make people understand this. It's an important thing, but not a panacea. Then I have another person who's actually my best friend, and last year, he'd been eating a raw food diet for 15 years or so, and last year he developed cancer and actually died. And this was my best friend who's on a raw food diet, 100%. Folks, the raw food diet is not a panacea. As Chris said in the interview, there's emotional, physical, and spiritual aspects to all of this. And it's a lifestyle change, not just a diet change. I want everyone to remember that and not just put all your thing, I'm eating raw so I can't get an issue, or I'm a vegan so I can't have worries, or I'm eating whatever. Yes, food is tremendously important, but there's a lot more to it than that. So please understand that. And I know in one of the videos we spoke about getting a biopsy can be more harmful than helpful, but I also know that if something is wrong and there's a suspect of cancer, you want to know for sure to have that relief that it's not as bad as you thought it was. So I understand, but that's where you got to have faith and understand, well, I'm just going to do all I can do to get better and treat it as if it's his worst. That would be the real answer. If you have been diagnosed with a tumor and they want to go in and do a biopsy or something else, before you do the biopsy, start thinking, look, I'm going to treat this as it's the worst. And I'm going to do my best, because when somebody gets treated with, or before they get their diagnosis, and then they find out that it's not cancer, they kind of feel relieved, but they don't change anything. But when somebody finds out it is cancer, if they want to do it from a natural standpoint, then they're going to do everything natural and healthy. Well, we have to treat this situation as it's its worst to be our best. If that means going to the extreme with your diet and everything, if something's wrong to begin with, there's no room for, well, I'll just do a little. No, go all the way as this is the worst. and then you'll be the best. And there's a lot of emotions tied around about this. I got a lot of feedback from these videos this last week. Some people say they had a relative, they wish they would have known this stuff, who died from cancer. I met another person last year whose wife was eating a raw food diet and got diagnosed with cancer. She refused the chemo, she refused the radiation, she refused surgery. She went on a raw food diet. 6 months later, she passed away. You know, there's more to it than this. There's a bigger picture, folks. And, you know, as good as the raw food is, as good as eating a healthy lifestyle is, when it's our time, it's our time. But we have to do the best we can do while we're here with our time. And leave it up to that. And it's not an easy thing. There's nothing easy about death, dealing with death. But it's a reality, folks. So really, you know, people ask me why I'm so extreme when it comes to health and taking care of my body. Number one, I hate pain. And number two, I already experienced disease and I don't want to deal with it again. And I want to stay as far away from the doctors as I possibly can. Now, would I ever go to a doctor, you know, for a biopsy or for something? I don't know. Would I ever do surgery? I don't know. I pray that I'm never in that situation, so I have to make that choice. And I'm thankful there are people like Chris Walk and other people who have wonderful testimonials without doing the surgery or the chemo and everything else, that when I get to that situation, it will hopefully help me make a wiser situation. But at this point, you know, I'm doing pretty well with what I'm eating and how I'm eating and what I'm doing, and I feel really good about that. So that's why I put all these videos out there, to encourage people and give people the enthusiasm that they need to understand there is a way out and there's an answer. And if you want to look at the numbers and the sides, you know, don't listen to the doctors that are emotionally connecting with you. Listen to the numbers that work. There's more of a success rate of people that avoid the doctors, avoid the chemo, and avoid the surgery, and eat the healthy diet and change your lifestyle than going to the doctor and dealing with that. But if you are going to go to a doctor, try to, and listen to them, at least try to do it a healthy way, at least. Maybe do some extra vitamins, extra supplements, extra detoxing while you're doing that stuff. And, you know, we also discussed not all chemo is bad, or radiation. There's something called pinpoint radiation. There's something called minimalized chemotherapy, which just focuses on a very, very small amount that some people are doing. So if you decide to do those things, at least do them in wiser ways than just flooding the whole body with this toxic stuff. All right, well, if you have comments or questions about any of those videos last week or what I just said here in this video, post it below the video. This week on the Raw Life Health Show, I'm going to continue to give more testimonials of people that have gotten better from cancer and other illnesses as well, and giving tips and suggestions for how you can as well. And all questions and answers you might have, post them below the videos. And as a member, if you want to join the Raw Life Health Show, I have a bunch of more videos there that are for members only. And on that website, I answer all questions, and many of them via video. So if you're asking questions, I simply can't get to every question every single time under this video here. But I do answer questions at the Raw Life Health Show, and there are a bunch there. And if you want to know how to eat a raw food diet, go there as well. That's rawlifehealthshow.com. Thanks for checking us out. And until then, everybody have a great day and a great raw life.
Nature's wealth, good for your health. This is the Raw Life Health Show. Raw Life, brighten up your life.